I personally think getting George and myself, who are far older than any other members of the government, to retire was a wholly predictable thing that any Prime Minister would have done. Otherwise, I would defend David by saying he has allowed more continuity than, say, Blair did. This is only his second reshuffle. And I think you shouldn't do reshuffles more than every 2 or 3 years even, so that people get to know the job and can do something in the job, and you don't judge them prematurely on any rather lightweight ground. I'm surprised that Michael got moved, and I think it's fairly obvious he was moved in order to reduce the profile of education reform a bit from the highly controversial, noisy state it's in at the moment. I think Michael was one of the successes of the present government. I think the education reforms are one of the great achievements of this government, and I think the benefits will steadily show more clearly over years ahead as the process is carried through. It's not the first time that a Prime Minister has decided to lower the profile of an issue by changing the Minister in charge for the period in the run-up to an election. I'm quite certain that he'll give Michael Gove a big, prominent job after the election if he can win the election. It's no good just demanding the French don't sell naval warships, but saying, oh, the City of London's got to carry on taking money from oligarchs and attracting Russian banks here and this kind of thing. We all have to demonstrate that a fair sharing of burdens is taking place, and the European Union collectively has got to sort out the energy problem and we should have had a common energy policy across Europe years ago. The sooner it is proceeded with, the more interconnectors we have and so on, we have one energy market, the sooner we will rid ourselves of this dangerous dependency on oil and gas. I've got more optimistic about Scotland because the Scottish population are engaged seriously with it. What's reassured me is to go there and take place in the most amazing public meetings in town halls of a kind I hadn't attended for 40 years, where real members of the public, serious members of the public, have turned up in large numbers for 2 hours to conduct a highly sensible and intelligent debate about the merits of independence and the merits of the Union. I think when real Middle England, or Middle Scotland in this case, engages in the political subject, then you're more likely to get a sensible result.